Hello, I'm live. Welcome to She Talks Beauty, Business, and Bread. Guys, there's always got to be a first. Today is it for me. I've been thinking about doing this podcast. For those that know I like to talk. But here I am. I brought my mic, I've got my Wi Fi connection and my laptop, and I'm bringing you the deal, the real deal. All things beauty, all things business, and all things bread. Not the kind of bread that you bake, but the kind of bread that stacks in your account. I have a real passion for helping women build their bread, start businesses, because what is business? Business is the buying and selling of products or services. Okay, so we're already part of the business process. We just need to take our piece of the pie. The internet has changed everything. Here I am sitting before you, sharing my opinion because I can, marketing for myself as a business coach, a business owner, but also trying to really provide value and be part of the change, be part of the shift, be part of an encouragement and empowerment for young girls, young women like myself. I remember when I first started in business, I really struggled with seeing myself as a business owner. One, because business owners don't tend to look like me. When in terms of the films I watch or when I think about it, it's not necessarily what springs to mind. But boy, has that changed since walking into the business stratosphere and realizing that my view was limited to my space, I suppose. So yeah, I hope that this will blow your mind. We will have guests on here as well, amazing female entrepreneurs who are going to change your mind also. Um, about what the business space really is about. So yeah, I've alluded to the fact that the internet has changed everything. It really has. The amount of people buying and viewing online means that business is literally at your fingertips. Yeah. And of course, we want to look beautiful doing it. And we've got to get the balance right so that that bread is right. Bread, money is all about, or it should be about your intentions, things that are going to grow and develop you. If you have spent more money on wigs since January 2022 till now than you have on developing a skill or a gift or a project that you have, the balance is off. And I really do hope that this podcast will change that balance for you. Because you know what? I like to spend money on hair. I like to wear the Fenty, but I literally have invested more in my mind as I've got older. Like that is what I've realized since having mentors and being in this business space. Successful people do the beauty thing. Of course they do. But they do it in a way that is profitable. So money is seen as an investment. When it leaves their hand, what does it give them? For example, your rental mortgage gives you shelter. you know, a £250 wig. And if you've got justifications for me and you want to type me up, let me know. More than making you feel beautiful, that doesn't necessarily it doesn't have a monetary return on investment unless you are like an Instagram model or something, you know. Um, and some of you may go on to do that from this podcast. Like whatever you give, skill, talent is, I'm promoting you to do it. But I really just want you to think about your bread in that way. So that's a bit about what you're going to what to expect from here and this space. And of course, we're going to keep it topical. I have to talk about the Will and Jada thing yesterday. It touched on all three things, I suppose. It touched on beauty. There's Chris Rock making a joke about something that was really personal. That is a condition. I sat there and I thought about myself as a woman, and I thought, for all we know, she could have had a meltdown in the car before she got to that event. The last 3, 4 years when she's been suffering this condition, although it appears outwardly that she's embraced it, as we know, when we're out there showing up in the world, there can be things going on internally that we don't see. And that look, let's speak about the power of a woman. Actually, Will looked like he was okay to laugh it off. Um, but when he's seen her face, wow. So that's a bit of the female power, the female energy that we've got going on. But actually, we need to be using that in a good space. I mean, she might not have known that was going to be the reaction, but we are powerful as females, you know? We've got Will, who won the Oscar, and Will is very much a businessman. I've been doing research about him. I love the fact that he has been operating in the way that he has over the last few years. Mr. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, winning an Oscar. And I looked into him as a person because I'm a bit of a nerd. And what he did, and he told this to a TV program called 60 Minutes, when he actually was going into the movie industry, he moved like a businessman, you know? He did some market research. That's where it all begins with business. If you have a skill, gift, something that you believe there is a gap there, you find out what's going on. He gathered data that was current, accurate, relevant, and sufficient to help him make his decision. So, for instance, you might be great at customizing clothes. And you know that in this day and age of social media, people want dresses and things to look a bit different, and they don't want to be showing up in the same clothes in the same space all the time. So you might find out who your demographic is, who the people that are going to give you funds to customize their clothes. See how that process would work. You then delve in to look at what your competitors may be charging, or you might have found something unique. Business is that. Business is the buying and selling of products and services. That is its definition. We're already part of that buying process. Some of us already probably part of the selling. But what I want to show you is that you can be an owner of multiple businesses. In this time of rising prices, why have one stream of income? It wasn't nice for a lot of people being caught off guard with COVID. You can change your current situation. You know, our financial decisions, where we put our bread, are a direct result of our thinking. So let's have a look at what we're thinking. Are you spending time reminding yourself of how beautiful you are? How gifted you are, how blessed you are to be alive and well today in this era for such a time as this, where the internet and business is at your fingertips. Are you using every gift and skill that is at your disposal to earn your bread? So that's what you can expect from me. Bit of challenge, bit of empowerment, bit of equipping. I always want to leave you with something to think about. And yeah, if you've got any questions, if there's anything in particular you want me to actually touch on, let me know. But I really just want to thank you first and foremost for tuning in just for today. I may have sent you the link and told you you had to. Please share, subscribe. I will do these weekly in and around business things that I'm doing. I do actually own two businesses now. I started off October 2019 registering one, which is a CIC, which is basically a company that has a community purpose. It's all about helping people who are in a similar situation like myself, in debt, struggling to manage that. I started my business when I was in debt and experiencing really high levels of anxiety. So if you are sitting there now feeling lost, the bread ain't looking good, I'm here to tell you that do not be blinded by where you are right now. There is better coming. The day I decided to pick up myself, use the gifts that God had imparted to me, that had given me from birth, right? It's the day I changed my life. It's the day that bread started piling in. And you start one thing, you gain that confidence, that momentum, and here I am starting a second, able to actually now try and equip and empower other women to start their own businesses. So I want to leave you for that food for thought, okay? Of Will Smith. Denzel Washington was heard saying to him, or Will reported that he actually said to him, um, in your highest moment, that is when the devil will come for you. Okay. And I'm here to tell you, it can also be in your darkest as well. What is your response back to things in your life that may be saying to you, I I can't do this. I can't earn more money. It's not for me. I'm not a businesswoman. I want you to have answers back to those thoughts. I want you to challenge them. I also want you to challenge thoughts that are making you think that right now is your highest moment. I'm here to tell you that there is more for you. Your portion is abundant. You know, just in the hair care industry alone, being as I spoke about wigs in this podcast, it's an $88 million industry that we are part of. We are part of that business process. Everybody that's buying products and hair, right? We are part of that. There are other facts and figures that I could bore you with in the entertainment, all the industries. Are you taking your piece of the pie, or are you just a consumer? Are you just buying? Do you believe that you can sell? Because I do. If I could do it where I was starting from, then so can you. Okay? Please let me know how you're feeling. I would love to respond. I'd love this podcast to be responsive, for it to be, relevant to you. So bear that in mind. And I hope to see you again soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to She Talks Beauty, Business, and Bread.